Alright, this is a live demonstration of the Karsten's cylindrical grinder, universal grinder, model K11. As you can see here, we have the INFEED control box. This is electronic. The INFEED of the machine is controlled electronically. You have a rapid approach of the table, the cross slide to your workpiece, which is hydraulic, and then electronic with the drive. Your workhead, your tailstock, your hand wheels, controls for the machine. I will start the hydraulics, and the machine power, and the grinding wheel. I currently have all of these switches here set to the left, far left position, which is your automatic, meaning all these functions will come on at the beginning of the cycle. This is a jog for the workhead. To rotate your part momentarily, a jog. This is your table control. It starts your table. This is the speed control for the table. And this is the dwell, in case you want to have a little dwell before it reverses. Sit there. This is the hand wheel for the table if you want to work it by hand. I believe it has two ratios, a fine, and a coarse. These are your table reversal dogs. This is your reversal lever. This is the INFEED hand wheel. This is an electronic clutch. If I disengage this clutch, these are two buttons that move the slide forward, and this moves the slide back. This moves it forward, and you see at the same time your workhead comes on. Now the hand wheel can be used. There is a stop pin located here in the center. You can come up now by hand to grind and touch your workpiece. You can engage this clutch, send the head back again, and the head wheel backs up. Let's see, this is a joystick here, allows you to rapidly move ahead of your feed rate, in case you wanted just to get quickly down to your part. This allows it to back up, go away from the part. So you come in, you can go out. Come in, you can go out, and you can stop the feed. There's also a small jog. This is moving very slowly. I don't know if you can see that on the video. But when this lever is over to the left and you press it, you get a slight movement there. Right now we have this control box set up for plunge grinding. These are selector switches for traverse, left side of the part, the right side. In which case you'd shut that off. You can have both left, right INFEED, or just the left, or just the right, or plunge. In the plunge feed mode, we don't need the table, so we won't turn the table on. This is your cycle start button. Hit the cycle start button, and the machine starts to feed in at a predetermined feed rate that we set on these decade switches here. This is your coarse feed, and this is your fine feed, and this is a dwell time in seconds. So as you watch this hand wheel feeding here, at some point close to zero, we stop and go into a fine feed. There it is. Works its way down to zero. And then starts a 10-second, well, I forgot to put the stop pin in, so we went past zero, but the timer should have still started. Actually, no, it didn't. Alright, gotta back that up. Okay. Here's our pin. That has to be in. I can use my little joystick here to get us in there quicker. We're going to the fine feed. And when the 10 seconds is up, it should kick out when the wheel goes back. At the same time, when we do this cycle again, and we watch our box up here, we see the first red light. That's our course feed rate. And then I go touching the joystick, that's why we're jumping to the rapid feed. And when I get to the fine, we get the second light on. And when we get to the spark out, we get to the far one on the right. And 10 represents 10 seconds. And the machine goes back. To use the machine in the traverse grinding mode, we need to put the table on, and up here we need to come out of the plunge mode and into the left and the right just to make it quicker. And now we're going to be using the scale up here on the top. So I'll start my table, I'll come in with my head, and we'll start. This is a pick feed now. If you look at the hand wheel, we feed a little bit each time. And again, if you were a long way away from your workpiece, you can jog it with this joystick until you start to touch the part. And then you'll feed down to 0. I'm just going to wrap it a little bit. We feed each time the table reverses. So we get to 0, then we have the last light on up on our top scale. Again, that's the number of passes. You can program anywhere from up to 9 passes. And that's the end of the plunge grinding and traverse grinding cycles. Now this machine also has an internal grinder mounted on the back of the machine. Going to turn off that pump so you can hear me. This is the internal grinding spindle. The whole head swivels around and you can do internal grinding. This is your electrical panel. It's mounted to the machine and the hydraulic unit is below it. The machine is currently wired for 220 volts. I didn't show you in the video, but this headstock is variable speed. As it's rotating, you turn this lever left or right or clockwise or counterclockwise for faster or slower speeds. You also have 2 grinding wheels on the spindle. This will turn to the 30 degrees or whatever to do face grinding. And I guess that covers everything. This here is somebody put together a mechanism that looks homemade to me. That allows you to move the tailstock out another 20 inches or so to get more travel, or not more travel, but you could put a larger part between the centers. The table will not move any further than it was supposed to move, but you may only be grinding in an area on your part that's this long, but you may have a long part that has a extended, unit, a part of it. So that's an extension for the tailstock. I don't know if it's factory or not. It looks like a pretty nice job. And that's about it.